President of France had hailed India's UPI revolution, Congress party now seems to be targeting the centre over the digital infra push, saying that the initial conception of UPI was not during the Modi Sarkar, but when it comes to UPA2. Now saying that it was during 2012-2013 when the concept of UPI came about, and saying that the panel to recommend the UPI infrastructure that was formed under the then UPA government. Well, that seems to be, as far as credit war over, when it comes to the very conception of UPI by the then UPA government that the Congress party now seems to be taking credit for. And as far as when it comes to the current AI summit that has been taking place in the national capital, this is the transformation that President Macron during his address yesterday talked about when he had last visited Mumbai, when he was in India, and what he believes that the transformation in the last 10 years that have now taken place. It has been fast-paced, it has been digital, and India has been moving ahead of its time as far as digital infrastructure is concerned. Taking credit for that, well, it is the Congress party saying that it was during the era of UPA2 during 2012-2013. That seems to be the very idea where UPI was conceived, and the credit wrongly, according to the Congress, is now being given to the current dispensation. Let's put out exactly what Pawan Khera of the Congress party says, that we all remember that one classmate in a group project does no work but shows up to take all credit, and that is Narendra Modi, according to Pawan Khera of the Congress. He says, look at the UPI architecture in India that was appreciated by Emmanuel Macron. The initial conception of UPI happened back in 2012-2013 under a group led by Nandan Nilekani, then chairman of Unique Identification Authority of India, and the UPA government appointed committee recommended a mobile-based digital payments infrastructure in December 2013. So let's connect with Isha on this. Isha, credit wars that we are now looking at, as far as when it comes to Pawan Khera of the Congress party, they are of the opinion that credit wrongly has been given to the current dispensation. It should actually go to the then UPA2 who had conceived with the idea of UPI.
Amita, these discussions are absolutely frivolous, considering a credit war takes away from what exactly the core of the matter is. Pawan Khera of the Congress party, who is also the media in charge, has stated that that they were the one who brought this in, and in fact he attacked the Prime Minister and the BJP for stating, and he said that it was a classmate group project, and the PM has taken up all the credit. In fact, he's also spoken about stats, stating that this particular bill, this particular amendment belongs to the Congress party. He said that the UPA government appointed a committee, recommended a mobile-based digital payment infrastructure right back in December 2013. But also, Amita, it is a norm for governments to carry forward old important schemes. So it's not like we can just say that one party was responsible for this, or one party has just bought the revolution. But it's important to note that this is a step forward, and all parties should be happy for how much progress our country is making.
Well, that doesn't seem to be the case here, because as it is being said that AI can rather solve everything, but the opposition's questions, well, it seems that the very project of the UPI, Isha, when it came into force was back in 2016. And in this way, when it comes to France's President Macron, who was speaking at the AI Impact Summit in New Delhi, he is of the opinion that India built what no other country can. And we have seen that UPI in its way has also been adopted by other countries in a similar example that they have taken from India, and that seems to be the very focus that the opposition now seems to be urged, and in particular the Congress party. Now, as we speak of, as far as when it comes to a choice between the country's interest and the party's interest, there is one leader who is unapologetic. He picks nation first, and we are talking about opposition leader Dr. Shashi Tharoor. He, over the past few months, hasn't shied away from calling spade a spade. Without worrying about the consequences, he has put Bharat first, something that some of our netas perhaps could actually also learn from him. Despite his party doubling down on criticism against the ongoing AI summit, Dr. Tharoor is of the opinion that the first couple of days has gone extremely well. There have been glitches, he acknowledges, however, says that any large event will report any teething problems. He also says that he was quite impressed by the attendance of the president's global leaders, tech giants. Overall, they're present under one roof, and this gives out a strong message of wanting to see a newly integrated world in AI development, and India seems to be leading it.
These first couple of days have gone extremely well. There have been some glitches, some organizational things. These things happen in a large event. But by and large, what has been impressive is, first of all, the attendance. As you said, a number of presidents, prime ministers, and world leaders are here, and they've come with a strong message of wanting to see a newly integrated world in AI development, where the impact upon society will be the principal preoccupation, and India has clearly led the drive in this area. As far as the French Rafale is concerned, parts of it are being manufactured in India, and that is a very important aspect of the deal. It is a defensive defense, literally, and that's what we are working for. I support the government.
Well, the naysayers in the ecosystem that continue to doubt, that continue to call it as a PR spectacle. But we are waiting to hear what the Congress netas have to say on their own leader's statement. BJP once again getting an opportunity to mock the Congress party, saying that their own leaders are in a way putting Bharat first, and they should rather learn from Dr. Shashi Tharoor.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भारत में कई इतिहास उनके नेतृत्व में रचे गए हैं, और जो तूफानों में बढ़ते जा रहे हैं वही दुनिया बदलते जा रहे हैं। जब दुनिया ये कहती है कि डिजिटल इंडिया के क्षेत्र में नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कमाल करके दिखाया है, अफसोस की बात है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी आज भी उसी सोच और सनक में चकनाचूर है। जब कांग्रेस पार्टी जो है वो गले लगा करके सरकार बनाती थी और गला दबा करके सरकार गिराती थी, तो इसलिए जो है वो हर चीज में नकारात्मकता और निगेटिविटी करते हैं। अरे भैया, आपकी ओरिजिनल इंटेलिजेंस तो जो है वो उड़नछू हो चुकी है, तो कम से कम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के सहारे से कुछ जो है वो सकारात्मक सोचो।
पर राहुल गांधी की समस्या ये है कि मोदी विरोध में वो देश विरोध में उतर आते हैं। जब भारत की यूपीआई की अचीवमेंट होती है तो वो उसका विरोध करते हैं, मजाक उड़ाते हैं। जब भारत आत्मनिर्भर वैक्सीन बनाता है तो वो कोविड वैक्सीन का भारत का मजाक उड़ाते हैं। जो ऑपरेशन सिंदूर होता है तो ऑपरेशन सिंदूर को सरेंडर बताते हैं। मेरी तो केवल इतनी उम्मीद है कि अब डॉक्टर थरूर ने राहुल गांधी के एक और झूठ को ध्वस्त किया है और इंडिया फर्स्ट रखा है, फैमिली फर्स्ट नहीं, तो उनके खिलाफ कोई कार्रवाई ना कर दे। क्योंकि बार बार जब राहुल गांधी को आईना दिखाते हैं और इंडिया फर्स्ट रखते हैं तो ये कांग्रेस वाले शशि थरूर जी को कॉर्नर करते हैं।
Well, opinions flying thick and fast. We'll get you more political reactions on that back after a short break. You're watching Times Now.